when you were on ITV and you said, oh, I think I might throw my hat in the ring, you almost looked as if you were half-hearted about it, giving it a go, and here you are.
You're right, it's been a remarkable week, and the events of the last week have been astonishing. I think last week, when we really saw the collapse of the government, by the end of Wednesday, it became inevitable and undeniable that we would be entering into a search for a new leader. I believe I'm the only authentic Brexiteer to continue the Brexit promises contained in our 2019 manifesto, to deliver on our pledges, and importantly, I'm the only candidate standing today who is honest about the solution to fixing illegal migration, namely the small boats crossing the Channel.
Yeah, and you want to come out of the European Convention on Human Rights. Why do you want to do it?
Well, I've seen throughout my experience, I was a barrister specialising in immigration law, defending the Home Office before I was an MP, and as Attorney General, I've seen firsthand that we can't fix the problem of illegal migration because of human rights claims and because of an interventionist, politicised foreign court in Strasbourg, which is intervening to thwart our domestic policies, as we saw last month on the Rwanda flight. And I'm afraid the only solution to this problem, and if we want to be honest with the British people, on delivering on Brexit, on taking back control over our borders, is that we do now need to leave the European Convention of Human Rights. I've pledged that, and I challenge all my fellow candidates to make that similar pledge. None of them have.
Even Jacob Rees-Mogg thinks it's a bad idea.
Well, Jacob is a great man and a good friend, and we do disagree on certain things. So I don't think Jacob Rees-Mogg is the source of all things to do with law. I've seen firsthand. I've been in court.
I use him as an example because he's so far right-wing that quite a lot of people can't even see him on the pitch, and yet he thinks it's just a step too far.
Well, with respect to Jacob, I've seen firsthand, as I say, I've been in court fighting these cases for several years, and I've seen what's happened with the Rwanda flight and the Rwanda policy. The reality is that the policy is vulnerable to claims based on Human Rights Act or the European Convention, namely Article 3 claims and Article 8 rights. And we will simply not be able to remove in significant numbers those people coming across the Channel illegally in risky circumstances unless we eliminate those kinds of claims against our actions. And that's why we do need to leave the European Convention on Human Rights.
One of the reasons people like Jacob Rees-Mogg are not supporting you is because they feel that you are splitting the vote on the right of the party between yourself, Liz Truss, potentially Kemi Badenoch as well, and what will happen is that Rishi Sunak will triumph as a result. Do you hear that? Do you feel that you're doing that, and that your campaign, while you have picked up a lot of support to get to this stage, that in the end you'll have to fall behind one of the other campaigns?
Listen, we take one round at a time. I'm fighting to win. I'm incredibly encouraged that I've got so many colleagues backing me. I just had a hustings today with the One Nation caucus. I think it went really well, and we were laughing and joking, and there's great rapport with so many MPs here, and I'm just really enjoying talking to people. I want to unite the party. I'm in this to win it, and I urge all the colleagues to get behind me.
Why are TV debates so important?
They're really important. I'm glad Sky is hosting one on Sunday. I think they will showcase and allow scrutiny of all of the candidates up close and personal, if you like. What exactly have they done? What are they pledging? And really, what will they do? And I think it's really important so that MPs and our members and the British people will have a clearer idea of who some of these people are. Some of us are not. Some of the candidates are not necessarily well known to the members of the public, and I think this TV debates.
Into that?
Well, I think I've been the Attorney General. I think I'm not necessarily as big a name as Boris Johnson. So I think actually TV debates are really important for putting a spotlight on who some of these people are, which is really important.
Final thought.
You have not been in a frontline delivery department, you've not run the health service, you've not run schools after the pandemic, you've not been in the Treasury, seeing that if you cut many taxes as you're proposing to do, you have to also cut spending and make really difficult decisions. Why should your colleagues and the members put that trust in you based on your experience so far?
Well, I disagree with you that I'm not in the front line. Actually, as the Attorney General, I not only run a department, but I oversee the Crime Prosecution Service, the Serious Fraud Office, and the Government Legal Department. Those are agencies of law enforcement and legal services employing thousands of people around the country. And I've been instrumental in turning around performance when it comes to crime and justice and the criminal justice performance. So I think that's, I don't think it's fair to say that I don't know what it is to be on the front line of delivery in Whitehall in a leadership position. And what I'd also say is that the Attorney General is actually one of the most crucial members of government. The gravest and most serious decision any Prime Minister will take is about taking military action or launching a lethal strike. And in that scenario, it's the legal advice provided by an attorney that is crucial, the legal basis, the evidence to justify action that may well put lives at risk. That pressure is excruciating. That's what the Attorney General lives with. And therefore, the Attorney General is absolutely critical, both at the most important moments of government decision-making, but in also in every other area of decision-making. The Attorney General's advice and support and work is absolutely critical. So I know what that pressure's like. I know the gravity of what it's like to be at the centre of government, and that's why I think I'm exceptionally experienced to be stepping up to be Prime Minister.